Okay, so in this video we have a DVR that's only been recording for 1 day according to the customer. So I logged into it and there's a lock enabled, which means you have to disengage the lock before you can do anything here. I got the username and password from the installer. So that should disengage the lock, and as you can see it's no longer highlighted, so that means it's good. You can tell which resolution they're recording at, as well as the frame rate in the settings button, and then click on camera. And as you can see, group 1 cameras consist of camera number 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 20, and 22. Anything that's highlighted is group 1. And all those cameras have normal recording, which is continuous, 24 hours, according to the schedule. You have midnight here and midnight here. So these vertical numbers represent your hours, and then the horizontal days of the week. So this is recording 24/7 continuously. If you wanted motion recording, you would select that to highlight it, and you would basically click here and just drag all the way, but we're not doing that. So group 1 is all those cameras there. Group 2 is nothing. So it looks like just group 1 is enabled and just certain cameras in group 1. And then up here you can see that it's a 1080p camera for camera number 1, and it's recording at 960 by 540, which isn't recommended because when you buy an HD camera, you typically want to record at the highest resolution. So that might be something to inform the customer about. Also, the image quality is very good, and the actual best image quality is best. Best, better, very good, good. And I'm getting a lag here because of all the video going through the this customer's system. But you can get an idea of image quality settings here. So to answer this question about the 1 day of recording, we would first, probably the best thing to do would be to check the hard drives to make sure that all the storage has been allocated properly. And in order to do that, you need to shut off the DVR software. So I'm going to open up the DVR's, let's see, scroll lock. There you go. Disk management tool. And this allotted data package should be a pretty big number. These are the total megabytes for these two drives, but for whatever reason it's a very low number here, and there's not a whole lot of free space left on each of these drives. You can make sure that they're using drives of substantial file size, which they are. They're about 1.5 terabytes for each storage partition. So basically the only thing that I can think of here is having possibly to redo the storage partitions. So I've already asked the customer if we can delete all the information on these drives, and he said yeah, go ahead. So I'm going to format. And then I'm going to open disk management again and allocate it properly. It should have been properly allocated from the beginning because this is a server that we built. Now you can see a pretty high number here. So the best thing to do is just leave the number if you want to use the entire drive. It's common for there to be a few data packages. Each data package is 256 megabytes, so it's common to leave just a few megabytes on each file, on each partition. In the last partition in sequence, if your system has a DVD burner, you want to keep about 10 gigabytes of storage available, and 10 gigabytes of storage is, or not storage, but unallocated space. 10 gigabytes of unallocated space is about 40 data packages. So basically you're going to take this number, which is here 5574, minus 40 is 5534. And so that way it'll keep at least 10 gigabytes unallocated for storage on this final drive. That way you can burn a DVD directly from the DVR software without having to go through Windows. So just give it some time here to let it complete. I'm going to pause the video here. Okay, so this process is just about to finish here. Once it's done, you'll see that the allotted data package has been populated with the numbers that we had and scheduled for the new data package, and there's 40 remaining unallocated in the F drive. So now that this has been recorded, I'm going to launch the DVR software again. And if you unlock this again, right click on any of the cameras and click on record time calculate. By putting in the estimated size of the hard drive. Well, let's say it's about 2.6 terabytes. So that's the usable space. The actual hard drive size is 3 terabytes. So it looks like it would be about 44 days of total recording based on the data that the system currently has.